All right. So you have conquered the 2 Minocs that were lurking in the courtyard.
Yeah, that's probably why the courtyard was so pretty. It was deceptive.
All right, so you're out of combat, which means you're back to, free roam mode, whatever you want to do.
Alright, I'm going back to read the Jedi before I was so rudely interrupted by the flapping of the bird.
Okay, what I'm going to have you do first is I'm going to have you make a Jedi lore skill check.
Ooh, okay. I have that on my sheet here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your Jedi lore total bonus?
My total is 6.
Okay, so you're going to roll 1d20 and add that.
Okay, 14 plus 6 is 20.
Wow, so you see this statue and you instantly recognize it as Jedi Master Mace Windu from back in the Clone Wars.
Oh my goodness, he's so tall.
You can see very clearly he's holding some sort of orb.
I see the orb. It looks glowy.
And it's glowing purple.
Oh. And you want to know what I want to do to it?
Sure.
I guess I want to...
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty.
I don't think I want to touch it, because that would be disrespectful. Maybe sacrilegious. I think I would want to, like, put my hands in front of it.
So you're going to hold your hand up to it, or are you going to touch it?
Yeah, kind of like the Jedi hand thing.
Oh, right. Like the,
Jedi.
Okay. So you do that, and you can, let me see, is there a... Hold on, let me see on here. Is there like a force? There is a sense, or a see force ability. Unfortunately, you do not have it. So you can't make a...
It's a cross.
Oh no, it is. Can be used with a 0 ranking. Okay, so you can make a C force check. So roll a d20, you just don't get to add anything to it.
Alright, 10.
Or no, you get to add 2, because you still get to add your wisdom modifier.
Oh.
So 12.
Cool.
You can feel it's giving off a strong force aura.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be... You don't know quite how powerful it is or what it is. You just know it has a strong connection to the Force.
Great. That is very, very useful.
Hey, I didn't say these puzzles weren't gonna be easy.
Okay, so it's Force imbued, but it's not going to give me its secret.
Nope.
All right, then I'm going to move and look at. I'm going to look at another statue.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the one that's down here.
Okay. As you walk past, you see your reflection in the water, in the pool.
Oh.
The water is very still, but very blue and clear. Okay, so you're at this statue. Do you want... I'll let you tell me. See, I've been kind of prompting you now on what checks to make.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what to do all
right,
the time.
Exactly. I'm guiding you. But once we get into the group sessions, it's going to be up to you to be like, I want to make this check. Like, I want to make a Force or a Jedi lore check on this to see if I know anything about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and do that again. Roll 1d20.
Right. Rolling d20, I only got a 9.
But your Jedi lore is...
Oh, a 6, so 15.
Alright. Unfortunately, this statue's head has been severed and crumbled.
Oh my goodness.
And
how
crumbled
tragic.
on the floor. So you can't really recognize who it is. But you do see that they're wearing the same robes that a Jedi Master would wear, so they were very respectable. In one hand, they're holding a green glowing... they're holding a lightsaber that's still part of the statue, like it's still stone, but it's giving off a green glow, as if it were a green lightsaber. And their other hand is outstretched and held open, as if asking for something to be placed in it.
So I shouldn't really give the statue a high five.
You could if you want. That's the beauty of these style games, is you can do whatever you want as long as it's, something that you could do in real life.
Yeah, I don't want to beat up the
If
statue.
you want to take off your clothes and splash in the pool, you could do that too.
You see the suggestive nature
I'm just
you have?
trying to get more views.
That's awful. Alright, so I don't know who it's of. I probably, we didn't get any information because its head is gone. Can I Jedi lore the saber? Or is that part of the
It's part of the
resolve I just
statue.
got?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess,
Maybe climbing a tree. I think. It's a tree inside.
Well, let's just finish off and look at the other statue.
Okay. Are you going to go around the pools? Or are you going to go through them?
I'm going through the pools.
Okay. Kind of like drag and drop your... Alright, so you just went straight across?
Yeah, right through these.
Alright, so nothing happened when you splashed in the water. Your
Oh,
boots
thank
are
God.
wet now.
Oh, good. Okay.
But that's it.
Whew.
Alright,
Can
so
breathe.
what are you doing over there?
I'm checking out this statue.
This statue, same scenario, actually. I'm not even going to ask you to make a Jedi lore check on this one, because it's the same. The head has been severed off, so you don't know who it is. Again, Jedi Master robes. Same thing exactly on the other side, except this time the saber is glowing blue, and this Jedi has their other hand kind of cupped.
So the second one had his hand outreached, but this one has it cupped.
They're both kind of outreaching out, except the green one had an open palm, and this one has a cup.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what I can do with this yet, so I'm going to explore more here in the temple.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm going to go over to the room in the top right.
Okay.
Can I go all the way in?
Put yourself outside of what room you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay. When you get right about here,
Saw something brown.
roll for initiative.
Okay, initiative.
Because you can see a Minoc right there.
Oh no. Oh, so I'm rolling a d20?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so screwed. I got a 3, and my initiative is a 3. So 6.
Okay, so you are actually not going first. Alright, so the Minoc sees you. He's very agitated at you for killing his brothers.
Well, too bad for him.
And he comes at you.
They attacked me first.
They did attack you first. And since he entered your threat range, you get to make an attack of opportunity on
You
him.
better believe I'm going to. Okay, what is that then? A d20?
Yep.
Which is 10 plus my... is it my damage?
Attack bonus.
Attack bonus.
Melee attack bonus.
2. Okay, so
Okay.
12.
That hits, so now you get to do damage.
Okay, my damage is a d8.
Mm-hmm.
6.
And you killed him in self-defense.
Goodbye, birdie.
No one can arrest you for it.
That's right, I was still one with the Jedi way.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're out of
Very
combat.
good
That was
little,
it.
like, training. I take this Padawan thing very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so you're free to move now.
Okay, so I'm going to enter the room right here,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at whatever's in this little cubby.
Alright. I'm going to have you make a check to see if you recognize what it is.
Oh, alright.
But I'm not sure what check I'm going to have you make yet. It would be a knowledge check, like a knowledge of technology, I guess, which you don't have.
I don't have that.
But you still get to make a... You still get to roll, and you still get to add your intelligence modifier.
Okay.
So roll a d20.
Uh-huh. That's a 7, and my intelligence is a 3, so 10.
Alright, so you recognize it's an old power generator. that
Oh.
might be used to charge electronic devices, but it doesn't appear to have any energy left.
Oh. Alrighty. So if I walk across the opening and look at the other one, is it the
Same
same
thing.
thing?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to enter the lightsaber training room.
Alright.
Going to giggle to myself because I just used my lightsaber outside the room to kill a Mynock, but now here I am to be trained. Hee hee.
That's right. The room is very dark. Because there's no light sources. The only light that you have in the room is coming in from the courtyard.
Thankfully, I can see in low light.
That's right. You can.
This is good news.
Very good that you remembered that, because I forgot. Yeah, so you can see that the room is basically empty. That was it. The Mynock was chewing on some metal debris in the middle of the room, but
that
it doesn't.
Mynock, such a
It's just
pain.
scrap. Nothing of use.
Alright. So I'm gonna go out to a room in the top left, past Mr. Blue headless Jedi man,
Okay.
and I look into the meditation room from outside because I'm not sure if there could be another Mynock.
Okay.
Now I'm very cautious.
Good. There are checks that you can make for that. You can make a listen check. You can make a spot check. You can make a something else check.
Oh goodness.
There's listen. You have move silently if you want to like stealth somewhere. Spot would be to see if you see anything in the room, and then you could use search to search for like items and stuff. But the rooms they're pretty empty, so there's nothing to search.
Alright. So should I spot it then?
Yep.
I'm gonna do a spot,
Okay.
which is what?
They're all D20, and then you just look at your skill thing on your first sheet
Mm-hmm.
and add your total.
So a spot is, I rolled a 2 and it's only a 2, so 4.
So you don't see anything in that room,
Even with my low light vision?
even with your low light vision. The room appears to be empty.
Alright, well then I'm gonna abandon the room for right now. And I'm gonna go all the way to the southmost room.
Okay.
And
Got about 110 bullets left.
from out here, I am going to spot this room.
Okay.
So,
Same thing.
yeah, 13 plus, what'd I say, a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Search. Did I say search?
Spot.
No, spot. Yeah, spot. So 15.
Okay. You actually very, very easily spot this large thing,
What the hell is that?
which you don't know what it is. It is a very large thing sleeping in the middle of the room. You're actually quite impressed that it wasn't awoken by your previous combat
Endeavors.
noises. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, well. I think I'll leave it there sleeping.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk away silently.
All right. Do a move silently check for me.
Okay.
What's
is
your
that?
skill in move silently?
It's 2.
Okay. Yeah. It's everything is a D20.
Okay. So I have an 11.
All right. So yeah, you do not disturb the creature as you creep away from it.
Thank God. Okay.
So where are you going to next?
I'm gonna go check this other room. Maybe. My game just kind of lagged.
Yeah, I don't see anything moving.
Yeah, it's like still where it was, but now there's like a ghost shadow of where I was moving in the direction of. Oh, here we go. It caught up. Okay.
All right. So you're there.
Mm-hmm. And I am going to spot in this room.
Okay.
So that's what, D20, which is 7 plus 2, which is 9.
All right. Very clear. There's a large garden in the center of the room that has a very thriving plant growing out of it.
Okay, so can I investigate it?
Yeah. Do you want to, I guess, search the plant?
Search the plant. So I'm going to roll an 18 with a 3 modifier for searching, which gives me a 21.
Wow, that's impressive. Why don't you do a sense force check also?
Okay, so that would be a D20 plus my... Wait, that's a feat, so it's down here.
It's a force skill. C force.
C force is a modifier of 2, and I rolled a 3. So it's a 5.
Okay. All right. So as you're searching the garden, you see very clearly that many of the leaves. First of all, the plant seems to be in extremely good health. All of the leaves are bright green. Some of the leaves actually appear to be illuminating, like a green light. You also notice, as you search the floor of the garden, that many of the leaves over time have broken off of the branches of the plant, but they haven't seemed to die.
Oh,
they're still living green leaves on the bed of the garden underneath the plant.
Jesus, dude.
That's weird.
Just, spawned in front of me.
Well, can I pick up a leaf and look at it closer?
Sure.
Sheep is scared. Dude,
So what would that be? A search, or is there like an gather information?
No, it would be, I guess, like a knowledge of plants, knowledge of. I'd have to look in my rule book at all the different knowledges, but it's one that you don't have, so you could still do a check for it and add your intelligence.
All right, so that would be a 9 plus a 3, which is a 12.
It's not a type of plant that you recognize. It seems to be. It must be some sort of rare plant species. That's all you can determine.
Okay.
But if you'd like, you can take some of those leaves and add them to your inventory.
Well, maybe I'll do that, because maybe I can throw them at the sleeping giant when it chases me. I'll hope. Alright, so I'll can't. How do I pick up?
That's it. You just say that you're taking them.
Oh, alright. I'm taking a couple alive leaves that are just hanging out. Okay, so I'm going to leave this room.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice that there is another room over here that I walk up to what looks to be like a door.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the door appears to be locked.
Should I lightsaber this door too?
No, I wouldn't worry about that. Since I know I don't want this episode to drag on forever, and I'll help guide you a little bit. I'll give you some force guidance. You've already explored all that you need to explore. There's now something that must be done to the statues.
Oh, I knew it.
And there are actually multiple things you could do here to progress this that I have.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is go back to purple glowy orb guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see if I can take the orb.
Okay. When you reach out and touch the orb, nothing happens to you, but the orb appears to be stuck. It like adhesive? What's the word? Adhered to Mace Windu's hands.
He always was a greedy Jedi.
He was known for that. Notorious. Here lies Mace Windu, the greedy Jedi.
Poor Samuel L. Jackson. Alright, anyway.
Say what again?
So, if I can't take the orb, I feel like I felt like I had to put it in the hands. But, okay, what if I put the leaves that I just picked up in the hands of the outreaching hands of the Jedis?
Oh shit.
Do whatever you want to do.
Alright, so I'll go down here to Mr. Glowy Green Lightsaber, and I'm going to put some green leaves in his outstretched hand.
Okay. when you place, are you placing all of the leaves or like one leaf? How many?
How many did
Just,
I
I mean,
pick up?
not specifically. It doesn't matter because there's as many in the garden as you wanted to take.
All right, let's just say
Like
I
a handful.
picked up a handful.
Yeah. Okay. So you put a handful of leaves in this statue's hand, and the fingers of the statue actually curl up and close around the leaves. The lightsaber glows even brighter green, and you hear a deep rumbling beneath the temple.
That doesn't sound very good. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to walk up to Mr. Blue Lightsaber, do the same thing in his hand.
Alright, so you place a handful of leaves in the blue lightsaber Jedi's cupped hand, and nothing happens.
So the green leaves work with the green lightsaber guy. I haven't found any blue things. And the purple glowy orb thing is standing still. Okay, so I hear a rumbling below. So I feel like I need to either find a way to go below.
As you're standing there contemplating your next move,
No, he
You-
doesn't wake up.
you notice again how beautiful your reflection looks in the pools of water in the courtyard.
Alright, so as I'm standing here closer to the water, I think, perhaps I will jump into the water.
Splash! You jump into
Splash!
a pool of water only about a foot deep. Your boots are once again wet, and nothing happens.
Can I duck down under the water and look around?
You could.
Okay,
You put your head under the water and look around. There's nothing here. Just tile.
just tile. Okay,
It's very mosaic, pretty,
pretty.
but
Like-
blue.
Oh. Okay, so then I guess I will go back to Mr. Blue Jedi, and I will,
Worst fucking spot I could be in right now.
move object water
He's behind
into
me.
his hand.
Look, you're not a waterbender.
Aww. Well, Kyle's last name kind of suggested that he could be.
Katara. That's cute. Why don't you just do it the old-fashioned way and make a cup with your hands?
Alright. I walked to the water. I've now cupped it. I've walked back and put it into the hand of the Jedi.
Alright, so you pour some water into the cupped hand of the blue lightsaber Jedi. His hand seems to soak up the water. He absorbs it and his hand closes into a fist. The blue lightsaber glows even brighter blue, and once again you hear a rumbling deep under the temple. The statue of Mace Windu collapses. It just bursts into dust, and the orb floats remains stationary in the air where it was in his hands.
Wow.
As it does that, the orb actually, okay, that's all you can see from here.
I raced back to the orb.
All right, you race back to the orb just in time to see it slowly spin. Each hemisphere of the orb spins in opposite direction, and then it
cool.
separates.
Oh.
And inside the orb is a tiny green crystal.
Yay! Is it the crystal I need for my master lightsaber?
It seems to call to you.
Oh, I need to reach out and grab it.
So, is that what you do?
Yes.
All right. You
Is it gonna zap me?
You reach out and grab it. As you put your hand around it, you can feel the force flowing through it, and you know this is your lightsaber crystal.
Yay!
One thing I did forget to tell you is that Kyle did give you all of the components.
Mechanical pieces so
that
I can
you
put
need
it together.
to-
I just
to
needed
build
the
it.
Crystal.
So we're gonna. I don't think there is actually a check for this, but I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll a d20
Mhm.
to assemble your lightsaber.
Okay. Can I put some wisdom or intelligence on?
I'm looking at the list just to see if there's something that would make sense for this. But go ahead and just roll and tell me what you get.
I got an 11.
Alright. We're going to do... There are actually a couple things you can do called take... You're allowed to take 20 or like take 10 or take 15 on things that normally you have a lot of time to do. Let's just say that you've been here for a while. You have there's no pressing things to keep you from taking as much time as you need to do this. You understand? So
I don't feel rushed.
Right. So you actually don't need to make a roll for it. You just, through the force, through concentration, and over the course of, a couple hours, you assemble your lightsaber. As it assembles, you hear more rumbling beneath the temple, and a slight growl coming from your left.
Oh, no. No.
And you turn and you look just in time to see this beast emerge from the Hall of Judgment, in which it was previously sleeping.
No, I say.
It spots you, and now you must roll for initiative.
Oh, lordy. Alright, I rolled a 17 plus my initiative of 3.
Alright, you are going first, for sure.
So, I guess you wish for me to move closer to him.
You could do whatever you want. One thing that I brought up for both Reese and Coro that I haven't mentioned to you yet is, in order to do really well, or in order to get the most out of a D&D game, you need to think outside of the box. And the example that I use, the Star Wars example that I use for that, is think about how Luke beat the Rancor in Return of the Jedi. He had no weapon, but he still managed to take out a Rancor by throwing the rock at the button and closing the door on its head. He used his surroundings. That kind of stuff is possible in this game. You need to be creative. So if you want to attack it head on, you can try that, see how it goes. Maybe he's not as tough as he looks.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run, since I'm so close to the doors, back into that room where the control panel is. And I am going to pray and press the top left button.
All right. You press the top left button and hear that same noise as the door on your left slowly closes.
Oh, thank God. I breathe for a moment.
All right. As you're breathing, you can't see anymore into the room where he is. So I'm going to take him off the board. But you hear footsteps, and they are loud.
Oh. Didn't I complete my mission?
You can. You're not out of there yet, though.
Alright, so I'm going to...
So it's your turn again.
And I can move 5 spaces?
You can, if you run, I believe you can move 10.
Okay, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna move right to the hangar word.
Okay. You hear the pounding of more footsteps, and then you hear bashing on the rock door.
Oh, no. Okay, well, can I signal to Kyle to come get me? He didn't tell me how I can taxi off this place. There's no Uber for, transporters.
You actually don't seem to need to, because as you get closer to the exit of the temple door, a speeder pulls up, Kyle in the driver's seat, and says, "Hop on."
Oh, thank goodness. So I'm going to keep going and do that.
Yep. So you hop on and you're out of there.
Whew.
Good job. Now we're not completely done. There's one more thing that I want you to do. So you arrive back at the Jedi Temple. Kyle, Master Katarn, looks at your lightsaber and smiles at you and congratulates you on passing your final test. He says pretty much exactly what you said, is that when faced with danger, attacking it head on is not always the best solution.
Yeah, I've learned so much in my short time.
Especially, being a Jedi consular, it's important for you to know that combat is not always the I guess, best solution.
My wisdom should be much higher.
Exactly. As he's congratulating you for this miraculous feat, Luke Skywalker himself.
The famous Luke?
Famous Luke, who you've seen, before, but you haven't trained under him. He comes out and greets you, and he says to you,
"How do you like my new robes? They're a different color."
He says that we have received troubling news. We've known for some time now that the Imperial Remnant have been offering bounties for Force-sensitive individuals. For unknown reasons, they have placed a much greater bounty on a very specific Force-sensitive, a young twi'lek girl named Lunara on the planet Ryloth.
Oh, I feel for her.
The bounty is so great that news of it has become widespread, and Lunara's clan have reached out to us for help. They want to send an envoy to meet with them in orbit above the planet to retrieve Lunara and bring her back here for both sanctuary from the Remnant as well as proper Jedi training. It has been decided that you should be the one to retrieve Lunara.
I would be honored, Master Skywalker.
Alright. He says your shuttle has been prepped, and off you go. And this shuttle down here takes you to the planet Ryloth.
All right.
And that's it.
That's it?
That is it. Your prologue is completed.
Oh, I'm ready to rescue her.
That is where you'll have to meet with the other group members and. But see, here's the cool thing about this now. You are forbidden to watch the other two group members' prologues, as they are forbidden to watch each other's, including yours.
Don't forbid me.
Now listen.
You don't forbid me.
They may or may not have the same objective goals as you.
Alright.
So it's up to you to disclose as much or as little information of what's going on here.
Well, I don't know them yet, so I'll have to see when I meet.
That's the point. Alright?
Yep.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Could you see doing this in a group?
Yeah, we'll try it.
Alright, good. Alright, well, I'm glad you had fun. It was interesting. Very different than the other two prologues that I've done, because I didn't have them do puzzles.
Oh.
But
They just got to beat things? That's nice.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if they tell you what happened. I hope you guys watching enjoy this. Once again, I know many of you are very, very interested to see where this series goes. I'm sorry that the episodes are posted so infrequently, but hopefully now that we got all these solo sessions out of the way, we can get a more scheduled release and continue the story. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Mobius 1 and Ticorah signing off. You can say bye.
May the Force be with you.
I'll see you guys next time.